Today on Rappler. Former President Rodrigo Duterte once again takes a swipe at his successor Ferdinand Marcos Jr., saying he is, quote, veering towards dictatorship. The Vatican says Pope Francis is in critical condition, has a slight kidney issue, but had a good night in the hospital. Israel orders its military to prepare for an extended stay in parts of the occupied West Bank. Conclave wins the Best Movie Cast at the 31st Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards. And Filipino film Sunshine bags the Crystal Bear for Best Film at the 75th Berlin International Film Festival. Former President Rodrigo Duterte once again takes a swing at his successor, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. At a rally held in Mandaue City, Cebu on Saturday, February 22, he says Marcos is, quote, veering towards dictatorship.
Mopusta ko sa inyo, dili na manaog pagkahuman sa iyang termino. Pareha na sa iyang tatay magkagobot na punta. Because ang iyang buhaton, mag-declare na po martial law.
On September 21, 1972, the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos Sr. placed the country under martial law. Similarly, Duterte declared martial law in Mindanao amid the attack of Maute Group members in Marawi City on May 23, 2017. Marcos's executive secretary Lucas Bersamin on February 23 calls Duterte's statement baseless and ridiculous. In a statement, Bersamin also implies the Duterte administration failed to uphold the Constitution and the rule of law. Bersamin says, we will not backslide into the oppressive ways of the previous administration when critics were jailed upon trumped-up charges and when kill orders were publicly issued with glee and obeyed blindly. Organizers say the Mandaue rally was a quote-unquote indignation rally and not a campaign rally, meant only to decry Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment and denounce corruption, oppression, criminality, and illegal drugs. Despite this, local bets received the former president's endorsement. Duterte campaigned and asked supporters to vote for chosen candidates. To help you make the best decision of who to vote for, we have all the information you need in one place, the Rappler election site. From comprehensive election guides and explainers to profiles of candidates, both national and local, we bring you a newsfeed of all the latest updates on voters' issues and campaign moments. Check it out at ph.rappler.com. The Vatican says Pope Francis, who is in critical condition due to double pneumonia, had a good night in the hospital and is now resting. Pope Francis's condition remained critical for the second consecutive day on Sunday. He also had an initial slight insufficiency in kidney function. The 88-year-old Pope needed a blood transfusion on Saturday after a prolonged asthma-like respiratory crisis. He continues to have a guarded prognosis based on the latest medical report. The Vatican also says that while Francis's condition remains critical, he had not experienced any further respiratory crises since the previous night. Pope Francis is also alert and well-oriented and was receiving high-flow oxygen therapy via a tube under his nose. Outside Gemelli Hospital, people pray near a statue of St. John Paul II, who was treated there multiple times during his long papacy. People leave flowers, write notes for Pope Francis, and light candles at the base of the St. John Paul II Memorial. Meantime, President Marcos joins global calls for prayers for Pope Francis's recovery and expresses sadness over the pontiff's serious illness. Israel orders its military to prepare for an extended stay in parts of the occupied West Bank as it steps up operations against Palestinian militant groups. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu instructs the military to carry out an intensive operation in the West Bank following explosions on buses close to Tel Aviv on Thursday, February 20. Netanyahu's office described it as an attempted mass attack and no casualties were reported. Tanks will be deployed to Jenin as part of Israel's offensive, the first time they will do so in the northern part of the West Bank in more than 20 years. Nabil Abu Rodeine, a spokesperson for Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, says the move will, quote, not lead to stability or calm, and we warn of this dangerous escalation. No group has claimed responsibility for the Tel Aviv bus blasts, which came amid a ceasefire in Gaza between the Palestinian militant group Hamas and Israel. Conclave wins the top honor at the 31st Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards on Sunday. Starring Ralph Fiennes, Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow, and Isabella Rossellini, the film won the Best Movie Cast at the SAG Awards. Timothée Chalamet bags Best Movie Actor for his role as Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown, while Demi Moore takes Best Movie Actress for The Substance. Kieran Culkin and Zoe Saldana win Best Supporting Actor and Actress for A Real Pain and Emilia Perez, respectively. Meantime, in the television category, Shogun earns Best Ensemble in a Drama Series, and Only Murders in the Building wins Best Ensemble in a Comedy Series. Hiroyuki Sanada is awarded Best Male Actor in a Drama Series, while Anna Sawai receives Best Female Actor in a Drama Series. Martin Short receives Best Male Actor in a Comedy Series, and Jean Smart is honored with Best Female Actor in a Comedy Series. The Filipino film Sunshine won the prestigious Crystal Bear for Best Film in the Generation 14 Plus section at the 75th Berlin International Film Festival on Saturday, February 22. The sports drama film is directed by Antoinette Jadaone, starring Maris Racal, Anika Ko, Jenica Garcia, Elijah Canlas, Meryl Soriano, and Cyril Manabat. The Crystal Bear is awarded for exceptional storytelling about the experiences and perspectives of the youth. Sunshine tells the story of a young gymnast who discovers she's pregnant during national team tryouts. The film tackles the complex and taboo subject of young women's reproductive rights in the Philippines. Sunshine premiered at the 2024 Toronto International Film Festival in August 2024 as the only Filipino film in the Centerpiece program. In January, the film also had its US premiere at the Palm Springs International Film Festival in the World Cinema Now section. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.